Cuteness. So I'm going to talk about my eyebrows a little bit. These actually came out really well. I just made sure to kind of like crisp them. On the other side they've got... Hello.
Hello.
Love you.
Love you more. See you later.
Thank you, bye. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Bye.
That is great coffee. You legend. Morning, everyone. I had a request to talk about my eyebrows. So I'm in the middle of my speed makeup. My mother has just brought me a coffee. What a legend. I'm going to do some like speed cooking. I'm going to make some meatballs today and stuff. But I thought I'd start off by, I've got like nearly the rest of my makeup on. So I've got my base on, I've got the lip that I'm going to wear, my bronzer and stuff. I'm just missing probably a little bit of blush today and mascara, maybe a teeny bit of eyeshadow. So I've kind of left my eyebrows as they are so I can show you. Please ignore the fact that I have some skin issues today. I'm not feeling very great about my skin today. I've got a couple of spots. It's honestly no big deal, but you know when that's all you can see on your own face. Friends, yay! So I'm going to talk about my eyebrows a little bit. I do have a video comparing the Ardell Stroke Brow, which is a pen, brow pen, and the Glossier one. If you're interested in that, I'll link it up here. That shows you another technique that I will do if I really want proper kind of hair stroke style brows. But what I do day to day, just because it's really easy, is I take my Revolution Pro dark brown pencil, and if I was spending a little bit more time, I'd use two different colours. I'd use like an ash brown through the front that was ever so slightly lighter and darker on the end. But day to day I'd use one of these which has like the eyebrow brush on the end, and I use some kind of brow mascara. Now let me just get in closer so you can see. So I have quite full brows. I have a lot of brow hair. I've done nothing to them. If anything, they probably look a little bit less good because they've probably got a little bit of like leftover powder and stuff from applying my foundation. So as you can see, there's a lot of hair there, but where I need the help is like at these ends. Like I don't know what's happened here. I've obviously like plucked one in between. Anyway, so I tend to brush the hair up so I can see. I think a brushed up brow always shows the hair that you already have in there. And then I will take my dark brown colour, and I like to start at the end because I like to kind of map out my shape a little bit first. So I will kind of start feathering very, very lightly in the areas that I know I need the help, and then I will keep kind of brushing it through. You see what I mean? I like to make sure that I have a bit more of a tail and that this kind of arch area gets filled in a little bit as well. And then what I think is really helpful when you're doing brows is to kind of step back, adjust, because when you're this kind of close in a mirror, this is great to show you what I'm doing because I know the shape of my brows and what I do all the time, so that's not a problem. But when you're trying to do your own eyebrows and you're this close, I find you can get a little bit heavy-handed. So I always find like taking a mirror and kind of going arm's length to be able to adjust the shape and stuff. I feel like it's quite easy, especially if your brows are naturally quite full like mine. It's quite easy to go quite heavy-handed with them. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side, and again I'm just going to start at the end, feather through some colour really lightly, bring it down, take a step back, look at the shape on both sides. I would say this is my bad eyebrow. This is the one that I like the least. It's the one that I have the most trouble with. It's the one that I don't like. Does everyone else have a similar situation going on, or is it just me? I have a favourite eyebrow. And then when it gets to this front portion, as I say, you can use something softer like a powder or something. This eyebrow like misses this bit, so what I do is I just really, really lightly take a little bit of that brown and feather through the front. a few very light strokes. And then I will brush this up and out as well. It's not perfect, I'm in the house, doesn't matter, not really. You can always kind of add a few bits in at the end, but I find getting a eyebrow pencil with something really thin, and unless you have some kind of red hair, using something that is also more of an ashy tone looks far more natural. So when it comes to this one, this is my fuller brow, but I'm just getting really close so you can see. Filling in a teeny bit, this top bit, and it's always important to kind of brush it out. So then I will just kind of go back over any areas I think have been brushed out too much, or adjust the shape a little bit. Again, continue to brush out, and that's probably where I would leave them. I'm trying not to go too heavy. I think when you're doing eyebrows, it's really important to keep brushing the product through and trying to kind of create tiny hair strokes so they don't end up looking too blocky. What you can then do is add some texture back into them. I've got a couple of products to show you. I like the Archery Volume Boost Brow Fibre Gel. If you have less amount of eyebrow hair, this is the colour Talk of the Brown, so it's suitable for people who's sort of similar colouring to me. It has a decent amount of tinted product, but it also has those kind of fibres, so that if you're lacking in the brow hair department, it does kind of add some texture into the brows as well, which is really helpful. I will always, though, scrape off loads of this because you want kind of minimal amount of product to go into the brows, I feel. I will always start at the end because that is where we have the most kind of filling in, and that's where I need the most help. And then whatever's left, take through the front and brush up. So again, I will just take a little bit more, the stuff that I kind of scraped off to do the other side. And again, brushing up so that the hair that I do have covers the bit that we filled in, and then I'll use whatever's left to go along the rest of the brow. Now this stuff is really nice at filling in, and it's good if you just want kind of like a really natural brow and it's not sort of too stiff or anything, but you can see it's just emphasised all of the hair that I actually do have. If you're looking for something that's not tinted, that's a really nice clear one, the Revolution Clear one is really nice, but I also really like the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the miniature size. They do come in a full size, which is about £23 or something, which I think is excruciatingly expensive for a brow gel. I buy the minis, which are £9. They're cruelty free and they are fantastic. And if I'm feeling super bougie, then I will go over my Soap and Glory one with a bit of this, because this, if you've got really unruly brows and they don't stay and do what you want, this stuff is like some sort of, I don't even know, it's like super glue. So it feels quite wet and quite weird when you put it on, but these will not move all day now. And as you can see, this is how I get my nice, fluffy, structured brow. I like a big brow. I have quite eyebrows anyway. They're dark, my colouring is dark, my hair is dark. It probably just looks a little bit weird because I don't have the rest of my makeup on. As I said, if you're looking for a more natural brow, or you're one of those people that maybe is of a much softer colouring, then using a pen like this where you can get a full stroke is something that I would really check out. Go and check out my eyebrow video. I do a really good close-up of exactly how I do the brush hair strokes. I will link that video up here for you so you can go and have a look. It's a really, really lovely way of doing eyebrows, and you can get a really nice kind of editorial brow with it as well. So yeah, this is how I do my eyebrows. I would always, top tips, get your shape sorted, decide what you like for your eyebrows. I'm not a big fan of like the Scouse brow, or like really blocky, or like the Instagram brows. I really like to be able to see that there is hair there, or kind of give the illusion that there is hair there if I'm doing it on someone who maybe has less hair or much fairer hair. I think they frame the face and they're really important, but I think they can also kind of take over your face if you're not too careful. My colouring and stuff is dark, so although it's I would say like a thick, like a bolder brow, it's not blocky. When you get up close to me, you can see that there's kind of skin here, do you know what I mean? So you can see there's hair, and that's something that's really important to me. So decide what you want, decide the kind of look that you think suits your face shape, and then pick your products depending on what look you're going for. Powder is going to give you a much softer, less precise look, but if you already have a load of hair and all you kind of really need is filling in of like a couple of gaps, but you're happy with the overall shape and look of your brows, then that and a bit of brow mascara to keep them in place is going to give you a much softer natural look, especially if you don't need much help. Again, I think those kind of brow pens are absolutely brilliant for people that don't have much brow hair, because you can create real looking brow hair with those. And I think that's also really helpful if, like me, you have kind of like a larger area of gap that you want to get to as well. There's many different ways of doing your brows. A very easy one is to get something like this where you can just be really light-handed, continue to brush it through, and this normally, if I wasn't talking you through it, would take me like 3 minutes. I think eyebrows are very important. They're also quite easy to get wrong. If you want like a full video on how I shape my brows, what I recommend for your first shaping, how to grow them in, tips for keeping them looking nice, and showing you like 3 different ways of doing them, let me know. I'll happily show you a way of doing them with powder, a super natural brow, one where I'm using the pen, and maybe like more of an Instagram style brow or something as well. Then do let me know down below, but I just thought I would show you. I'm going to stick the rest of my makeup on now while I finish watching my true crime YouTube video, but yeah, that's how I do my eyebrows. I think definitely also like stepping back to make sure that your whole kind of face makeup is looking nice in proportion with your brows. And I think when you take a step back from like being this close to your mirror, you can kind of see the shape better from a distance, and you can kind of get them looking a little bit more even as well. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed. So I've got a little bit of eye makeup on. Really easy if you've got like some kind of like neutrally pretty gold-ish, taupe-ish something shade, just shove it all around the eye, put a few layers of mascara on, and boom, you look put together. Also, this Anastasia like blush trio is so freaking pretty. I know that this colour looks really scary and this colour looks really scary because it's like, what the hell is that going to look like on your skin? But it's so nice. In fact, the one that I thought I was going to use all the time is this one, but I've really been wearing this like bright peach all the time. It's called Miami, and then this one is called Nectarine, and the one in the middle is Ginger. So today I think I'm going to go for a bit of Nectarine. These are so nice. They're like pigmented, but like they blend really beautifully. I know expensive blush is one of those things that I don't necessarily think you actually need to do. As I said in my last vlog, I actually am really, oh, I might put some orange as well. I'm actually really enjoying the Wet n Wild ones. They do have a little bit of glitter in them, so if you've got a lot of skin texture then maybe not, but they have some nice kind of tones, and they also have some really pretty colours if you're a much darker skin tone. So what's the hair looking like today? Oh dear, what is that in my hair? I need to colour my hair, I think. Maybe I should do that soon. So this is the completed face. My hair is a bit crazy, isn't it? Simple everyday makeup put together. I normally wear like a little bit less of a lip than this, to be honest, or like a tinted lip balm or something, but this is a really nice kind of put together look. It's the kind of thing that I would wear if I had like, I don't know, if I had a job that required me to go into an office. This is the kind of like put together nice look that I would wear. Anyway, the hair's going back up and I'm going to put an Alice band in now because I'm going to go do some cooking and you're going to come with me. So let's go. actually came out really well. I just made sure to kind of like crisp them. On the other side, they've got a nice sort of like bounce and stuff to them. They smell really herby. You could even, I think you could turn these into burger patties, or if you weren't vegan but you were veggie, you could actually put like mozzarella or something in the middle as well, and they would work really nicely. I might at some point try baking them, but I just thought if I just fry them in a little bit of oil, then they get a nice crisp on the outside. So yeah. So I've just finished editing my video for today. The last couple have been really short, but then I haven't done very much. I mean, this one has a bit of cooking, a nice little beauty segment. It's pissing with rain. I didn't really want to take my vlog camera out and about with us necessarily. So yeah, I made myself an iced coffee with oat milk earlier, so I'm just going to drink that. I've also got a water in my new cup. I've got some like veggie soup chilling on the stove, just simmering away. I'm kind of just waiting for it to like thicken up a little bit and make sure all the potato and stuff is like cooked through. I'm going to finish watching this episode of Ozark, which is very good. So apparently they're filming another series, and I'm on season 3 episode 8, and there's one more series but it's not out yet, and there's only 10 episodes in this 3rd series. So apparently my boyfriend was telling me that it does finish on a bit of like, not necessarily like a cliffhanger, but it's definitely unfinished. I've got 2 more episodes after I finish this one. We're going to have dinner with the family, so I'm going to have some nice family time as well, and then I probably need to wash my hair today. I will, at some point in the next few days, colour it with you guys and show you how I do that. If you're interested, please do let me know by either liking the video or commenting down below, because I do have some hints and tips. Now I know that a lot of people go to hairdressers and stuff, and if you're doing anything particularly complicated, I really think you should. Also, probably using a box dye is not the best thing for your hair either, because they do contain quite a bit of ammonia, but I have always gotten on really well with this one, and I colour it myself, and I'm always told that even as it starts to fade out, everyone always says it's a really nice colour. So I use the Garnier Nutrice Creme, and it's the Nourishing Permanent Hair Colour, and it does cover a grey as well, although I don't have any yet, thank you, touch wood. But this is number 5 Mocha Brown, and it looks like this for any of you that were wondering. So it kind of has like the guide on the back, but obviously just bear in mind you need to patch test first if you're colouring your hair. You also want to take into account what your hair already looks like, whether you have colour in it, all of that kind of stuff. I don't recommend just going, oh, you know, fuck it, I'm going to do my hair. This is something that I've been doing for, how long have I been this colour for? Like, probably 4 or 5 years, I would say. I've been this colour for, and I'm varying sort of shades of, not because I don't use the sort of same colour, but because I have had a couple of appointments at hairdressers when I wanted a few highlights and stuff, and then obviously it does like fade out to a little bit lighter as well. But that's the colour that I use. I will be doing that in the next few days for you guys, because I think you will be kind of, maybe it's interesting for you, and I think I definitely have some helpful hints and tips as well. So let me know if you want to see that. I'm just waiting for the vlog to upload. So it's only 14 minutes long, but maybe that's enough. I mean, I didn't do anything else, I don't have any more footage. So yeah, I'm just going to have a chill out. Dad said dinner will probably be in about 25 minutes. I've just got enough time to finish the episode of Ozark that I'm on. So I will show you what I'm having for dinner and stuff as well before I sign off a little bit later. Catch you in a bit. Hello, big boy. Hi. Look at this. Like nearly falling off. My good boy. Yeah. Look at this relaxed little lizard. The cuteness. So we've all had dinner, as you can tell. It's getting dark outside. I'm going to have a bath. My video is having a little bit of problems uploading, but I've got to fill in my description box, sort my thumbnail. I've spoken to my boyfriend, and yeah, it's just going to be a chilled evening now. Watch some TV, finish off Ozark because I've got 2 episodes left, and that will probably be it for today. So I hope that you've enjoyed the kind of little cooking segments and stuff, everything that you've seen today. I hope you're all doing really well. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and stuff. Everything is always linked down below. And anything else that you see on my face and all that kind of stuff is always in a link for you guys. These are affiliate links, which means that if you buy through those, I do get a very small percentage of any purchases you make. I always like to be really clear about that, and I think it is listed in the disclaimer at the bottom of the description box as well. I hope you all had a nice day wherever you are. Sending you lots of love as always. Behave yourselves, and I will see you again tomorrow. Okay, bye.